Ready to roll? Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of.
What is it?
I thought
I
you were
don't
gonna
want
say the
to.
name.
I'm kidding.
God
I,
damn it.
I don't know where I'm at. No, I don't want to wait.
I'm Handren Seavey.
And I'm Kim McVicar.
In
That.
this episode, we are getting sexy, kind of. I still am unclear. They did have sex, right?
Yeah, you were right. You
Okay.
were right. They
They
did.
made it so unclear the entire time. Like, it wasn't until the very end that they actually said it
hmm
that I was like, okay, so they did. They did.
Yeah, they made it so that you, as an audience, weren't like, "Oh, are they? Are they not? What's going on?" I don't know. This is
Um,
weird.
But basically, spoiler alert for the top entire episode. We can just spoil it right now. Pacey and Andy bumped uglies. They were the ones. I forget what we guessed last time. Who
We
we thought it
guessed
was.
Pacey and Andy too, and made
Okay,
it.
we did.
Yeah, because obviously it had to be them.
It had to be. Yeah, it would have. It would have put a lot more. It just would have taken it in a different direction for the next few episodes if it had been like Jen and Dawson or Jack and Joey. Okay, let's get to Jack.
But it would have been better if it was anybody but those two, because then Dawson and Joey would have had a problem.
Yeah.
And I would have liked that.
I love how they both said at one point they're confronted. So the whole thing is like a whodunit set up by
A whodunit with
um,
sex. Ooh.
Abby. And Abby goes full villain mode in this one. She's back. Abby's back for an episode. Uh, don't you think so? Basically, she doesn't do her school project. They're all doing school projects on like
About movies.
about movies or something. And so she decides she finds a note that is written that says
She
like,
doesn't.
look, about last
Her
night.
the guy, her
Oh yeah.
counterpartner finds it. And it shows that they're friends, which is weird.
It's like kind of like mutual adversaries to everybody else. I feel like they're not friends, but they just like don't like the other four, and so they end up teaming up.
Yeah, but it's the same. They're the two in the movie together as of right now. That'll change. Yeah, just constantly is moving around. Oh, I'm gonna cough. Everybody, my throat is going in and out. I don't know. I was gonna say I sucked a lot of, but I didn't. It's just.
Also, wouldn't that I don't know that that would necessarily make you hoarse.
I mean, I guess if it's enough.
No,
I'm kidding. Maybe his sharp edges.
were you doing shows? Are
Yeah,
you hosting
yeah.
stuff?
I
Or something?
just had tons and tons of 4 weeks, and so my voice was like, "Stop
Ooh.
talking." I didn't talk for a whole day. Hardest thing I've ever done.
I it was the travel for me. I did San Diego 2 nights in a row on Thursday and Friday, and I was wrecked on Saturday because I got like 3 hours of sleep. Got home at like 3:30 in the morning. So
Then you have a baby, and then
can't do it anymore with the kid. Can't do it.
have to-
Anyways, back to.
I mean, I'll be flying
Yeah.
out this week again. Are you doing any shows this week? And
Where are
then
you
we'll get
going this
into it?
time?
That's what I was just about to look up.
Uh,
I'm being our
this weekend.
Little
I'm
Rock.
not. Ooh.
Yeah, so if you're
Got
in
like a
Little
loony
Rock,
bin or something.
go to my Insta shame and you can find out the places that I'll be at, because I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do, but I don't off the top of my head.
Oh yeah, that's right. This is out tomorrow. 2 shows in Burbank at Chirp and Turf.
Oh, cool.
6:30 and 8:00. Come out to those. And then I think it's the next Friday, the 30th. I will be hosting, I believe, at Accidental Chaos for Brad Williams.
That's awesome. And
Funny guy is gonna be there.
your Thursday show is amazing. Everyone should go.
Yes, come to the Thursday show. Yeah, we're doing 2 shows just for July, and then back to 1 show, and then it is done at that venue on September 9th as the last show that we have in Burbank, and then we will be moving indoors. And
What are you going to do about the mask mandate? Do you hope that
as Kim coughs of COVID, we will be moving indoors.
It's not COVID. I got checked. It's COVID. No, I'm kidding.
What do you mean?
The new Los Angeles mask mandate inside happened this week.
Yeah. I don't know. That depends. We're trying to move to one of the clubs. And so it just depends on what they decide to do for it. I feel like the vibe around the city, for the most part, except for other places, is people are like, shut up.
Hmm.
Stop doing this mandate, like
If
either
people
if you're
want to get COVID
vaccinated,
because they didn't get vaccine, let them get it. Like
yeah,
everyone's a little
nobody.
bit like,
And
why do the rest of us have to suffer?
here
Or
has a crazy amount of people that have been vaccinated too, and it's the numbers are not, and the hospital numbers are fucking nothing. So it's like so many places are just like, hey, whatever.
I know a lot of
Um,
places that are just like, just have your mask on your wrist and don't say anything.
Yeah. Well, the sheriff even came out and said, or the county sheriff's office said, we will not be enforcing any of this.
Oh, I love that. I didn't know
Yeah.
that.
They're
Cool.
like, there's a mask mandate. And they're like, good luck with that. If anybody calls us because somebody's not wearing a mask, nobody's showing up. I don't know what to tell you.
I like that. Good to know. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Nobody cares anymore. Okay. But
Um,
back to Dawson's Creek as we took a weird
yeah,
tangent.
because this I do care about.
Okay. Go for it.
Uh, no, so they find a note basically that's, we come to find out, I could tell all along it was written by Pacey. I figured that
Hmm.
one out fucking soon enough. Just also the context clues of like, yeah. Um,
We're going too fast. It's super pacey all over it.
I'm sure did you do notes back and forth in like middle school, high school?
I mean, I am the worst speller, so I think not as much as others.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
might have just been like, meh.
There also probably wasn't nearly the pressure of a girl to send a note to a guy as there was, or if there, I don't know, maybe not necessarily the pressure, but like,
I remember getting notes from guys when I was like really young and thinking that it was weird, being like,
yeah,
why are you writing me a note? And I remember everyone being like, you need a journal. And then I started to have like a diary or a journal. And when I would write, I still don't do this with comedy books. I don't write page to page. I like skip random pages. So it made no sense. And then anytime I wrote something about a guy, I would rip it out anyways and burn it because I
and
was like,
eat
what if somebody
it.
found this? I don't want that. So like I'd write it down and then basically delete it.
um, I had a similar thing. Try not to cough. As to Pacey had. However, it was a note that I wrote to a girlfriend at the time. I also, this is one thing we could just call this the dyslexic cast or something.
Yeah, we're both not good
Um,
spellers.
both incredibly terrible spellers.
Mhm.
I wrote a note to a girlfriend in, I want to say, seventh grade. Yeah,
Ooh.
seventh grade sounds about right. I think she was in eighth grade. I write her a note and I misspell the word make and I
Uh,
spell it Mac. And I said, or I can't wait to make out again. And I said, Mac out.
I mean, that's not that bad because she still knew what you meant.
Yeah, yeah. But she also showed it to everybody in the school.
Uh huh.
And then I just got teased with that for quite a while. But then here's the thing: a couple years later, I hear in some rap music, macking on chicks. He was
That's what
macking
I'm
on her.
saying. It sounded like you were on trend.
No, I think I invented it. I think some that my ridicule was spun out into a wider, until finally some '90s rapper picked it up, started using it as a term. But I'm pretty sure I started that.
Do you know who invented emojis? Probably someone dyslexic, right? Somebody was like, fuck words.
Mm-mm.
Let's just
No,
do a
no, no, no.
picture.
That's some Asian shit.
I
They are
just
not. I'm pretty sure they can't be dyslexic.
They have to be able to. Everyone can be dyslexic, but I do think
No.
a lot of comics a lot of dyslexic people become comics because they get made fun of so much, and you have to learn how to like fight back with your
Well,
work.
it's that, and also we have to constantly try to sound smart or that we know what we're doing because we don't look smart on
It's
paper.
definitely not my
Do not
my
look smart on
thing.
paper. So, well, I just mean as far as like try to explain. They're like, because like, look, what I on paper I look like a handicapped person. If you saw 36-year-old me, if you asked me to sit down and write like an essay right now and then hand it in and you'd be like, this is a 12, 13-year-old, maybe. But I can speak and I can get up in front of people and make them laugh and prove that I'm not a fucking idiot. And it's just
It's just whoever invented spelling was not in our wheelhouse.
Yeah, but that's what I wonder about Asian though, is that
About
using
Asian.
all the
Yeah.
different
just
Asian writings and stuff.
their writing
using
is up and
characters.
down, right?
Up and down, and it's also character representing a phrase. It's not a phonetic thing. That I wonder if dyslexia is necessarily even afflicts that. Because like I took sign language for years, and I
Never
had
signed backwards.
no, the only thing that was tough was finger spelling, like when you're spelling out somebody's name and stuff and trying to like keep all the letters in a row as you're trying to figure out. But usually it would be like you get 3 letters and your name's like, oh, Kim, like, or Kimberly.
I mean,
or
I
whatever.
took sign language purely because it was a choice, an option, and I picked it because I was like, oh, I dance. This is going to be fucking dance with your hands. And it was.
Yeah. And so much of it is just expression too. It's like 80% expression.
Yeah. All right. Well,
I don't know. Oh, the note. Okay. Yeah. So that's, wow. That was, we went off on there. But
Yeah.
that's the case with that note. That happened to me in 7th grade. Mm-hmm.
I would have showed everybody your note too. Even though I'm probably a bigger idiot, I would have been like, look at this idiot, just to deflect.
You would have done it to draw the attention away from yourself.
Yep, 100%. And it wouldn't have even picked the right word. I would have been like, look at this dumb spelling of the word, and it would have been a different word that was spelled right.
Yeah, and they're like, look, this is spelled right, but there's a bunch of other shit in here that's wrong that you didn't notice. Are you an idiot?
100%. Yes. Yes.
So yeah, Abby finds this note. It says, you know, sex makes things weird, pretty much. That was the gist of it.
Yeah, it was like, let's slow down. I liked having sex with you, but let's not do that again. Just like,
what is the motivation there?
Let's not do that.
I don't know how much I see that as true.
No, because his whole reasoning at the end was because I love you too much. That's the same thing, though. It's the same theory as people who don't. I think
she froze.
Oh, did I?
She froze, thinking.
I didn't freeze.
We are still on recording. My end. We'll see if she pops back.
You froze, but I can
hear you. If you're just listening to this, you should go.
What? Wait.
Onto the.
I can hear you.
And, oh, there she is.
Dude, I could hear you the whole time, but you just weren't moving.
Go back and check out the picture of Kim from there. It depends on who's recorded. If it's recorded on your end and recorded on mine, but we're frozen on each other's, that'll be good.
It's basically what happened. So we should see what that looks like. That's so cool. I didn't know. Now we get to know. Anyways, basically
the reasoning was that, oh, we're falling in love and it's scary.
But it's the same theory as like women who are like, no, I really like you, so I'm not going to sleep with you. But if I don't like you at all, I'm just going to fuck.
Yeah.
It's definitely a theory that women do a lot. And I'm sure guys do it too.
Absolutely.
Maybe not as stereotypically as much, but for sure.
To an extent, but like a guy won't go out on a date with someone that they don't, you know, a lot of the times I gotta say the immediate goal is sex anyway. Mm-hmm. And then you're like, oh, I also hopefully want to date this person, but if you're going out on a date with the person, you want to sleep with the person.
Well, guys are physical.
For women,
first,
I feel like go out on dates to find out if they want to sleep with someone. Mm-hmm. And guys already know they do before they go on it. That's why they're on the date.
Guys are visual and women are emotional for the most part in the beginning. And then it flips.
For sure, yeah. And there's a bit emotional too. Like there's been plenty of chicks that you thought like that were just as good looking as somebody else, but they seemed cool, you know, tangentially. I know fucking plenty of people that just, I know this one dude who got married to this chick, and it was like basically her profile pictures are like she looked like a real hippie, and he met her for a weekend, and she was like, she's out there. And then they got married after a week, and then like 3 weeks later, he was like, that was a bad idea. That was so she was not that person at all.
Yeah, it's really easy to hide yourself for 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so that's why that thing of, I don't know. Because he didn't give her the note either. Do you think he wasn't going to give her the note? Why did he drop it? how would you drop that thing?
Yeah, you would know. Yeah, you would hold on to that. You would pay attention
Yeah.
to that piece of paper. But he is a fuck up, so maybe he's just not smart that way. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you'd
It's
think he
it's
would even
also
be
just a
like,
way to move the story forward. They clearly were like,
yeah,
there's a piece of paper. Kids write this stuff down.
it's a plot device. So then Abby decides her school project is going to be to figure out who did this, who wrote this note, who had sex. Which I want to say is, and in the end, she doesn't end up turning it in. She figures it all out. She's this crazy bitch through the whole thing. We'll get to all the different parts, but it comes out that Pacey had written this. He confesses it in front of everybody. Andy feels humiliated. Abby sees it all go down, and then the next day in class is asked, is she going to present her project? Presumably this is the
Well,
project,
because didn't you see
and
the
she
guy
says no.
videotaping the whole time?
Correct. Yeah. No, yeah, absolutely.
Which why aren't they mad at him for videotaping?
But however,
How is that your project?
had she presented this as the project, and the thing was to do like a dissertation of a movie genre, and she's like, well, I manipulated all of my people around me, got them into fights, talked about underage sex and stuff, and you're like, what did still fail? Still,
Documentary. Yeah. Oh, it's definitely still an F, and you're expelled.
yeah.
She saved herself. She definitely saved herself.
Yeah. Before I present all of this possibly incriminating evidence of harassment, I guess and so she says, it makes it look like she has somewhat of a heart because she said she
Yeah, and
didn't
then
do
they
her
look at her
project.
and they're like, "Oh, thank you."
Yeah. But that part too, I just found hilarious of like, what if she had brought that project up there, like, did a good job. They'd be like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. Well, also speaking of papers you don't leave behind, the fucking nude photo drawing being left behind. That's a big
How do
ass
you,
piece of paper. That's not a tiny piece of paper. She didn't fold it.
oh, where's that gay ass drawing I left?
Right? Like and then Abby obviously gets it and then shows Dawson and he's like, "Wait, I know who that
Can we
is."
get just a quick cut in here of
The drawing.
the drawing itself? Because it is uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. Well, it's like not super sexy. It's just his
It's
face.
not sexy at all. It's the most unappealing pose for him to be doing, and then it's also not drawn that well.
No, you just
It's
recognize.
not like everybody's like, oh, Joey's an artist now, and then you see the drawing and you're like, I don't think Joey's got it.
Yeah, I'm trying to find that photo for a second. But speaking of, when they talk about why they can't have sex,
Okay, this is what I
I
wanted to get
knew you
into.
wanted to. I knew it. I knew it because Jack couldn't get it up.
I don't believe that either.
You think he could get it up? He
Well,
got
I'm
it up.
saying in the show, yes, he couldn't get it up, and they're saying, and then they're going to reveal he couldn't get it up because he's gay and he hasn't come out yet. In real life, I know plenty of gay guys who had sex with women as teenagers and stuff. You are so horny that mere any physical touch will get you horny. Whether or not you enjoy what you're doing or the person you're doing it with is a different story. But teenage boys can fuck almost anything.
Well, yeah, because they can just imagine she's a boy.
Yeah, or I mean, it's you're
Oh,
just hormones have taken you over at that point, and your dick is like, I don't care what it is.
so I did just see the photo of him passing him the photo of Dawson passing Jack the photo. It doesn't actually
Yeah,
show the photo there, so I'll find it somewhere else. But she does fold it up.
yeah.
Why
It
would you
was
fold up a
folded.
project?
Um, well, I thought that Abby folded it. I love this as a real point of contention. Who
Why would you?
folded it?
Why would you fold? Let's do the next episode on who folded the paper and
So
why.
it is where they show it is where she shows him at lunch at the beginning of the episode.
Okay, I'm almost there.
But it's like, and it really did. They did like the pose, but like just even at a more weird angle from Titanic.
A little sexy.
No, it's not sexy at all. It looks like an inbred European royal.
Would
That
you
if
want,
I had to,
do you want me to draw you like that? If anyone's out there
Red
and they're a
royal,
fan,
yes.
please draw Handren naked on a
Yeah, if
couch.
anybody wants to, I will send you a nude photo to
I mean,
draw
you
or
don't need
paint.
to see a nude photo. It could be any photo and just
Or sculpt.
face on
Nope.
it.
Oh, jeez, that squeaked. Nope. Nude only. If you are willing to do this, it has to be nude. Crap, the dog got that. He might keep squeaking it. Yeah.
That's all right. I got drilling going on in my background.
I know, this is great.
Classic episodes, guys.
Oh, he's gonna drop. He's going back to the bully stick. But yeah, terrible. Oh, here we go.
Also, what's wrong with his hand? That's an old man hand. That is not a teen's hand.
His hand, his lower leg, his calf, is got a few extra inches there.
I think his breasts are pretty impressive too.
Although his nipples a bit far apart.
Yeah, he does look sad in this photo. You don't even see his dick, so is he really naked? Like, he didn't need to be. He could be wearing a thong.
Totally. It was not necessary to be naked, but also like what? I don't know who would ever, especially for like 2 hours, so I can draw you pose.
And if I'm gonna get real nitpicky, which I am, can we talk about the couch? There's no way those seats in the front would go up like that if he's laying in it, the middle.
Oh yeah, the lines are not great.
That doesn't make sense. Those cushions would be down in the front. There wouldn't be lift.
Mm-hmm. And he's got almost no muscle tonnage whatsoever.
I wonder who drew it. I apologize.
Oh,
You should.
that would be the mystery. Okay, first mystery of the podcast. If any of us or any viewer can solve it, we would love to know, perhaps even have them on the podcast. Who did the actual drawing of Jack? So this gets passed around, which there's a scene where Abby's manipulating everybody. He somehow gets a hold of this photo and then gives it to Dawson, who then gives it back to Jack, who then gives it back to Joey. I just would feel so not proud of that pose and being in that photo that I don't know if I was Jack, I would give it back to Joey, or, I mean, if I was Dawson, I wouldn't be mad. If I saw that and I was like, oh, this is what they did, I'm good.
It seems I'm gonna triple check, but I think I found out who drew it.
Oh, nice.
It seems like Kerr Smith, but I could be wrong. Oh no, that's the guy's real name.
That's Jack. Yeah.
Maybe he drew himself. That's even better.
That would be great. That would be awesome.
I need to read the full sentence because it said portrayed by. I just needed to read. All right, continue.
Which has always been tough for you.
We've already spoken about this. It's because when you write who drew Jack, it still gives you Dawson. It gives you Dawson's Creek, but it also gives you Titanic because Jack and Rose. It's the same name and it's the same drawing. So
what if Leonardo DiCaprio drew that picture?
I would love it. Oh, under looking that up, it says actor's career is ruined by Dawson's Creek.
Ooh.
One of them.
Who?
Jack. It's one of the first ones on there.
Why?
I haven't even clicked into the website. It just says who plays.
If they say it's because he played a gay character and he's not actually gay, then that article is like 20 years old.
I mean, the show is 20 years old, so yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
But for that to be like, that would, that would be part of the Me Too, not allegations, but stigma would be now if you didn't give somebody a part because they had previously played a gay character, you could just come out and get, that whole thing shut down. Yeah. I think.
Yeah.
Seems a bit biased, but at the time, yeah, that would ruin people's careers.
Yeah. I can't wait till we get into when he says he's gay.
I think they reveal at the end of this, he tells Jen, Which him and Jen become fast friends. They've
Well,
had
the end of
barely a
this
scene
episode,
together.
the end of this episode is where it happens. She
Yeah.
unleashes her what happened with me and Dawson thing. And he says, wow, how did you do that? And she's like, you go. And he's like, I couldn't get it up. And that is some personal shit that he just laid down on us.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. Like to be a guy who's like, hey, I have a real problem sharing. Oh, come on, share. All right, I'll tell you the most personal thing ever.
I only have one ball, and it's a square.
But yeah, he just dives in with couldn't get it up. And so I think because they go to that, I think it's maybe 2 episodes at most before.
And then they have the classic scene where she writes a note for everyone to meet in that one room.
Yeah.
The whole presentation thing, which is
that's the confrontation at the end of a whodunit. That's the what's his name? Columbo coming in at the end. Just one more thing. Where, you said that you had sex with Pacey, right? And solves it all. And she kind of did. I also loved at the beginning of it when her and we've fucking totally forgotten that guy's name. It's maybe Chris.
Yeah, we know who you're talking about, douchebag guy.
But they didn't say it once the entire episode. He was in a
because he
couple
doesn't
scenes.
have a name. He's just there to hold the camera.
But he was just like, what are you going to do? Just go up and ask everybody who had sex? And she's like, no, you have to be more clever. And then she literally goes up and asks everybody if they had sex.
Except for with Pacey. She's like, can I have your handwriting? Oh, foreshadow.
Yeah, but then they go into...
Oh, yeah, she's like condoms. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And then it ends with Dawson and Joey kind of loving each other again.
Kind of being cool with each other because they both find out that they couldn't do it. But apparently, I mean, it's different situations. So what was, I guess Jen said no with Dawson.
Well, it seemed like she was like, they were making out and then they obviously slept over because the next is the morning. They just didn't have sex.
I think they have him walking away. It's still nighttime. Yeah.
Maybe she just give him a hand job.
A little mellow handy, and then pat him on his way home. She says a weird thing though there at the end, a line that I love. Of all, I forget how she phrases this. Like, of all the crazy guys that are gonna climb through my window,
of all the hoary guys, I'm gonna let him.
When Dawson does it, I want it to be for real, I think is what she said. She's like, look,
I want it to be for me.
Yeah. I want it to be for me. Yeah. I'll fuck anybody. Literally, anybody can climb in this goddamn window.
Isn't that what your teens are for? Come on.
But when Dawson does it, I want love.
Yeah, sure. He's going to find out all the people you fucked, and then he's going to be like, no, I don't want to go there, especially for my first time. Imagine the deep man cave she's got. He's going to have a problem.
That was a great line. But yeah, so they both lie to each other in this confrontation time. That comes down to
I fucked her. Did you ever lie about that?
Great question.
I think that's a yes based off of that pause.
I don't. I definitely made up lies prior to sex about like hand jobs or touching boobs or stuff like that. I think once I had sex, I stopped doing that and I didn't care. And I was 14 when that happened.
Did you ever lie about like, I've definitely lied the other way and been like, no, I didn't have sex.
Is an omission of the truth a lie?
I don't know. Fuck it. No.
No, I've definitely, because I've like had friends that are like, I'm going out with this chick. I'm like, oh, cool. And they're like, have you ever slept with her? I'm like, nah, man.
Oh, that's a lie. Yeah, that's a lie. If you had sex, that's not omission. That's a fucking lie. Omission is like, oh, let's just go get some cake. And you just avoid.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well,
Yeah, he
no.
lied.
I mean, yes, I've lied to
So
people I
anybody
know.
who's Handren's friend, ask him again if he slept with your girlfriends
Hey, that was
or
years.
wives.
That was easily 10 years ago. And
Answer
I
is
don't think I've slept with anybody's wife. Mine.
somebody married those chicks.
Oh, eventually, yeah. But I don't know if it, I think it was just like once or, I mean, look, Portland, Maine, shit like happens a lot. And then they end up dating somebody else. And you're like, I'm not going to tell them that we hooked up and, like ruin it. Or if it would, you just don't
And
say
yet
anything.
women will. Women always will. I hate that.
Oh, sometimes when women are like, I have to tell you. And you're like, no, you don't.
Yeah, it's bad. I don't know why women.
Me and so 10 years ago. You're like, I don't want to know. Where were we? So
Well,
yes, after Dawson and Joey lied and then are outed by both sides, they immediately lie and say they both fucked, and then within the room of the people that they supposedly fucked are
No,
like,
we didn't.
no, we didn't, and
And-
everybody's like, oh, okay.
And then what happens to their feelings? Like, can you imagine? They like that you're being used for these two other people.
Oh, that was the other thing that Jack says, or that when Jack and Jen are talking, and he was like, I'm just tired of playing second fiddle. And she goes, yeah, you get used to it.
Yeah, you just do it. It's the long con.
Yeah. She's like, hey, this isn't Jack's Creek we're on here, huh? This is
I've definitely been second fiddle in high school and knew about it. Like, liked a guy, knew he didn't like me, but still was like aggressively like, "You're gonna like me, you're gonna love me." Maybe
yeah. I've had fits of like a month of maybe in middle school, probably a couple in high school, of asking out a girl who maybe was like way out of my league, or just like different, like we didn't even know each other at all because we was a pretty big school. But I was like, oh, she's cute. I've never even talked to her before. Let me ask her out. And she's like, all right, I'll go out with you. And then like after a week, is like, why are we going out? Like we don't hang out or anything. And you're like, no, no, no. And then you could try and like be like, yeah, we're gonna for like another 3 weeks of just playing on like, no, it's good, it's great, it's great. And they're like, I don't think it is. I've definitely done that.
I think when I was younger, I was attracted to people who weren't attracted to me. Like I was very much like, "Oh, you don't like me?" And that isn't even sexual. Like that's also female people. When they were like, "I don't like this girl," and referring to me, I would be like, "Oh, I'm gonna be your best friend." And then as soon as I became friends with them, I was like, "A mission accomplished. Bye." What a terrible.
Yeah, that's even more cold.
Yeah. I just moved. It wasn't my fault. Moved a lot.
It was a reaction. Geez, yeah. So they confess and then have this weird moment waiting. It's the second time they've been waiting for the rain to stop. And also,
how often does it rain? You got to tell us the graphics, the geography of this.
Oh, sure, it rains there plenty, but I don't even know what the fuck time of year it is anymore. I have no idea. Winter
You've
has
given
never
up
come.
on the timeline and the geography.
Winter has never come here. Summer has never
won't.
come. There was one day of summer, and that was at the very beginning of this series. It started out the day before school. Other than that, they've never had a summer break.
Is this the season where
Winter has
Pacey
never
and Joey
come.
get together?
No, I don't believe so. That we
just-
got to go through all of Pacey and Andy.
I'm done with her.
Oh, she's.
I know
mean,
she's gonna get crazy, but
yeah, that's the main thing this season. And then next season, I think she's around until they go to college.
but she's not like a nice crazy. She's a boring crazy. She's just like high strung, do your homework crazy. I want like Jen crazy bitch.
Yeah, well, even she's self-destructive too, because she like starts hearing voices and just like hits herself in the head.
Okay, now I'm back. Okay, now I'm back. I'm in.
Give me some
great.
good self-mutilation.
You know what's weird is this whole time I've been sitting here with this up.
Nice. Yeah.
What's wrong with me?
I'm gonna get that tattooed.
Yes, Jack.
With the hand in there and everything, with the hand sitting on the
I bet you they had
Kerr
to.
Smith, if you want to come on the show, we'll have you anytime.
Oh yeah, and then we will make you pose like that again.
Yeah, totally. We can, all three of us will do it right next to each other for a shot for
We'll
the show.
cuddle.
I'll spoon Kerr.
I call middle. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. Thank you. I call back.
And also, Kerr, we wonder about your name. Great name.
Yeah. Also, let's go feetsies, headsies.
Oh yeah, nose to toes.
Yeah, let's make it weird. That it wouldn't already be weird, anyways. How many
Was there
pieces
anything
of
else?
clothing when he had sex with her and she didn't know it was coming? How many, like, what kind of underwear do you think she's wearing? Because she's always in like cardigans and sweaters.
Oh, Andy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, pearl thong.
Oh, you think she's super sexy underneath?
Yeah. They all the ones like that are.
And then
They're
what do you think?
freaks.
What do you think Jen wears underneath her character?
Plain white. Just
I would say no
something.
underwear, just ready.
Possibly no underwear. Possibly just plain white. Just like boring. Like doesn't
You think it's opposites of personality?
Absolutely. I mean, in my experience, yes, that is.
And then Joey, where would you put her?
Joey has.
I know what I
boy
think.
cut shorts.
I was gonna say the same thing. The little booty short one. Yeah, but like,
or
with
she's still
stripes,
wearing
like a little kid, like a rainbow stripe.
She's wearing like child's like
Monday.
extra large
Monday underwear.
Like she does it. She just always keeps buying at Oshkosh Bagosh and hasn't realized that there's a bigger store to go to.
Like so little. And then what do you think about Crazy Girl? Not crazy, like Interrupter takes over
Abby?
everything. Yeah.
Abby's probably like a little hoary, little like lace, but like cheap, like Target or
stolen lace.
No, like Marshalls.
You think she paid for it?
Possibly. Yeah, I don't think she does any of the bad shit. I don't think she actually steals or actually, she gets drunk once and she never has sex. And every time that guy like talks about having sex, she's like, I'm actually not. And I think she's just fucking actually scared.
Probably. And then now let's do the guys because we got to be fair. What do you think Dawson's wearing under there? Ooh, that rhymed.
They're late 90s. They're all wearing loose boxers except for Jack has briefs.
Tights, like tight. And you think they're all? I think Dawson's are like not oversized though. They're like regular fit, and that Pacey's are oversized. Like all the rest of his
are a little
clothes.
oversized. He probably has a couple silk pair, but it's like a cheap silk pair because he's poor, but he thinks it makes him look cool. That was definitely a thing of the late 90s.
Yeah. Okay. Let's talk prints for guys. Do you think that Dawson's wearing like basic blue, like a navy, like a
Blue and
normal
white
solid
stripe,
color,
yeah.
or is he wearing fucking Star Wars?
No. He's got
like ET
plaid
underwear. He's not.
I think every boxer at that time was plaid or striped.
Oh, there was no branding yet.
No, there was, or if there was, it was very novelty. It wasn't like you go to the store and they have like a pack of Star Wars shit. And then Pacey probably has some prints on it because you could get like same thing with the shirts. Like you could get like he goes to Spencer's Gifts and gets his underwear.
Glow in the dark.
Glow in the dark has leprechauns or something on it that he wears for St. Patrick's Day.
I like it a lot. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think Dawson and Joey will get back together?
No, not for a while. I wanted to look real quick and see, because I know coming up, this bitch has got to die. Abby's got to go, and I think she goes soon. And I think it's
but
very
Jen has
clear.
to befriend her first, and right now they're
yeah,
not.
But I literally think that happens in like 1 or 2 episodes. All of a sudden, they're best friends again, and they're like hanging out, getting drunk together.
Well, the next episode, all the girls do like a girl hang, I think.
Yeah, Uncharted Waters, His Leading Lady, To Be or Not to Be, Part 1 and 2.
Don't cheat. You're cheating. I guess everyone could look up the titles.
Yeah. Okay, so she sticks around for a little while. We got like 5-6 episodes before they off her.
Yeah, she's probably
We got a bunch to go through. I really don't know what we have in store as far as the relationships and stuff keep going. I know We got to find out if when Jack comes out. That's got to be the next big thing. I don't think they would have ended the episode with got problems getting it up.
So again, you think they knew that they were going to make him?
Yeah. Speaking of which, I got to do a roast today, tonight against Willie Simon.
Oh, fun.
What do you think of this joke? That his name, Jesus Christ, Kim,
I
get
can't
it
help
together.
it. Dying.
This is going to be a great way to end the episode. A little roast joke, and then Kim just coughing to death. And then I would love if it was like you just went down, and then I'm here just like, I don't know how to, I don't even know where you live.
Just keep doing the show, man. Just keep doing the show.
I would just
rest
call
of me is fine.
911.
It's just my throat. When I talk too long, it's like I think I have like
Oh,
a
yeah.
polyp or one of those things in my throat that I have to get fucking looked at.
I would call 911 and just be like, this comic came in. She's passed out at her house. Where does she live? I don't know. She's got a special on Amazon.
Can you find her? Find my phone. It'll be fine. No, just say there's construction going on.
Oh, in LA. Yeah, that'll lead
Yeah, they'll
them
never
right
find
there.
it. They'll never find it. Yeah, we're my whole home is stairless, which is really hard.
Stairless?
They're redoing the whole front foundation that the whole home is on. So you have to go up about like 6 to 8 stairs to get to the front door. And they're redoing all of that. And so I don't have full stairs right now. And it's really like fun because they keep telling me I can't go out my front door, but I do it all the time.
Where are you supposed to go out?
The back door. I don't play around in the back, okay?
All right. Now we know how she flies.
Not letting anybody go back there, including myself. Okay, what is your joke? So let's set it up for people who don't know. It's roast battle, right?
No, this is different. It's Comic Wars.
What is that?
It is this thing they do in some other place. I don't know what the place is called. I think it's in Sylmar. But it's basically roast battle, but they do a little different. They started during when they weren't doing roast battle, they started doing it outside, and then they kept doing it. But it's 1 minute each versus each other, and then one closing joke. So you do kind of like a 1 minute, like you could do a bunch of one-liners, or you can do like a full 1 minute bit roast of the person.
Cool, I like that.
Which is kind of what I'm just going to talk about. How I'm pretty sure he's Japanese and retarded, even though he claims to not be either. I'm quite certain he is. And that this is an intervention with a bunch of his close friends to tell him, and he's been denying it for a long time. But the joke was that Willie Simon sounds like a British euphemism for erectile dysfunction.
I do like that.
Yeah, we were going to shag, but then he got a bit Willie Simon.
I don't know why I thought, because of the way you set up that you were going to do this, I was like, are you doing like a gay thing? And then it was like, nope. Which I was like, ooh, careful.
The ED part.
Got it. Got it.
Also, Willie Simon has the physique of a bag of milk.
Also, Willie Simon was on Dawson's Creek. No, I'm kidding. I was just trying to find a way to bring it back.
Good burn.
Ooh. It's funny.
Anyways.
So I'm interested in how his roasts are against you.
Yeah, we'll see. I've some ideas of what he might say. We got what was the next episode though? What do we got to talk about predictions?
What we think our predictions are. Okay, so I think that Dawson and Joey start being friends again, but what is it called? I know they separate them next week, so I doubt if it happens. I'm literally turning into a man on this podcast. I don't know if you can hear. It's called Uncharted Waters. I think the guys go fishing with. Oh, I think we meet Pacey's dad for the first time.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. So the dads go on a bro trip, and then the girls do like a girl thing.
Oh, okay. Well, this will be. Yeah, I guess the fucking no wonder the dad wanted to get off the show. I forgot they even existed at this point. Like all of a sudden bring them back in. Oh yeah, remember them? They're still fucking swingers.
It's gonna happen to you in real life when your daughter gets older. It's gonna feel like you don't even exist.
Oh, good. I'm fine with that.
Cool.
Right now, it's like I exist too much, too important. Can't wait for her to cut me out.
Great. This has been our best episode yet, I have to say. I've choked several times. We had a lag in the internet. There's construction going
far.
on. Your dog squeaks, and we
Fast
talked
and
about
loose.
everything you need to talk about.
Yeah. Also, I want to point out, because this has been in a lot of episodes, this is a cactus right here. This,
That's which one? The little skinny long thing?
yeah, we have it planted in the head of this Greek statue thing, but it's a little cactus that, for whatever reason, has just grown up like that.
Yeah, it just reminds me of all of the bad dicks out there.
And that's why I did that.
Spiky and curvy.
I'm Handren Seavey.
I'm Kim McVicar. And see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.